Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to my channel. For today, we're going to be having a look at the DC Direct Justice League of America Hal Jordan Green Lantern figure. This was series 3 of a really awesome Justice League series. And we got figures that we never got anywhere else. Like we got Geo Force. I picked him up. We also got Dr. Impossible. The only other action figure of him that exists is in the DC Universe Classics. So it was pretty amazing to get some of the characters that they gave us with this series. Although I never did get this figure, and I also never did get this Batman. But I'll be reviewing him in a later video. For today, let's just focus on Hal Jordan Green Lantern. Now I am an opener, so this is going to be pretty rough for those of you who are not openers. Here's what we get. Only one twist tie this time. That's going easy on us, isn't it? So in the package you get this here Green Lantern. Obviously, it's green and it's a lantern. You get this stylish JLA figure stand. And you get the Hal Jordan Green Lantern figure. From boot to head, this is what you get when you look at him from the front view. And here he is from the rear. Now, because I am such a big fan of this action figure series, let's talk about the things that I really like about this figure. For one, I think that DC Direct wins in the head sculpt department with this figure because this does an excellent job of capturing the generic general look of Hal Jordan pre, during, and after the New 52. I think that if you wanted to buy more than one of these and use that head for customizing, this is a great piece to use for almost any Hal Jordan figure, in my opinion. Give or take the shiny mask or not. There's variations of the painting on this head sculpt, and I think they did an excellent job. So they get points for that. I also appreciate the green that they chose. I think that this is the perfect green for a comic-accurate Hal Jordan. It's got that kind of shiny emerald look, and I just really appreciate the choice they made. Now, as far as the things that I think are a little bit weird, the neck of this figure, as with a lot of the other figures, as you can see right here with the Flash, and there are other figures, the Geo Force suffers from this, a lot of the figures suffer from this. The neck is just like, it's just weird, like it sticks up too much, it's too slopey, it just, I don't know, it looks a bit off. It doesn't wreck the figure, but for me it definitely makes it look just a little bit strange. Also, the hand being in this weird claw formation, to me that's kind of useless. For one, he can't really hold the lantern with it very effectively. I mean, he can have it sort of, you know, balancing like that, but you know, we know that this is likely just a generic hand sculpt that they use for multiple figures because he's not the only character to have this. And I really think it would have made more sense to have a slightly gripping hand or whatever, and now when you pose him, you're stuck with that. I don't know. I just think it's a step backwards to something they would have done in the 90s. Now for articulation, this action figure has shoulder articulation, and they can go up about that far. Around 360 degrees. You have a single jointed elbow on each arm, like that. You've got articulation at the top of the glove, can spin 360 degrees. The head itself is on a ball joint, and you can look about that far forward and that far down. So for flying poses, he's not going to be all that great. The groin is simple, forwards and backwards, doesn't do anything else. You got single jointed knee articulation, and that's about what you're going to get. And then he also rotates 360 at the boot. And that's about it for articulation. So he's, you know, more of a typical DC Direct posable statue, but not that bad. I've seen worse. I've seen better, but I've seen worse. As to just how this Hal Jordan will stack up against your other 6.5, 7-inch scale DC Direct Justice League figures, well, you can see here he fits in quite nicely. Admitted, Superman's a custom, that head doesn't belong on that body, and he's not even part of this series, but I mean, if you're going to pick a Martian Manhunter to display with these figures, I figure that he is just perfect as far as scale goes. So he's going to look great on a shelf with the rest of your Justice League action figures. Overall, I would have to give this figure a solid 8 out of 10. I only dock marks because of the really strange sculpting choices as far as his left hands and that strange bulging neck go, but other than that, I find myself completely satisfied with this figure, and those sculpting issues are not a deal breaker for me. Honest to goodness, if I was a one to take out of the package, a one to keep in the package kind of person, I would buy a second one of this one and keep it minty mint on card. Anyhow, fellow super friends, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I believe we've come to the end because I have nothing more to say about this Hal Jordan Green Lantern figure, so thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate you taking the time to do so. Please leave any comments you have down in the comment section below and leave a like on it so I know you liked it. And if you think you might like to see anything more from this channel show up in your inbox and it's your first time here, well, just hit the subscribe button, ding the bell, and you'll never miss a video. And I'll see you with the next video. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye for now.